No Spanish lessons.
Okay.
I'm honest with everybody. I didn't even try. I know a lot of people that I know, they say, "Oh, I'm going to try it. Oh, I've got an app on." No, not me. And I don't feel very good. I'll be honest. I've had a headache ever since I woke up the first morning. I did go for a run, and I just had to run slower at a higher heart rate than normal. Yeah, I do. I mean, I feel tired, and we haven't done a whole lot. I'm ready for bed right now. After a frosty.
Ross Chastain has been absolutely crushed by a series of disasters that are completely destroying his Mexico City weekend and exposing his unprofessional approach to NASCAR's biggest international event. The Trackhouse Racing driver is facing multiple crises that have left him physically exhausted, embarrassingly unprepared, and struggling with a skeleton crew that's making his championship hopes look more hopeless than ever. What's happening to Chastain in Mexico City is a complete disaster that's revealing his inability to handle pressure when it matters most. Chastain's first disaster came when he publicly admitted his complete lack of preparation for NASCAR's historic Mexico City race. In a shocking confession that has stunned the NASCAR community, Chastain revealed that he didn't even try to learn Spanish for the trip, showing complete disrespect for the host country and NASCAR's international expansion efforts. During a media session that was captured by CBS Sports reporter Steven Taranto, Chastain embarrassingly admitted, "No Spanish lessons. I am honest with everybody, I didn't even try." This statement is absolutely devastating because it shows that Chastain approached NASCAR's most important international event with zero preparation and complete indifference to the cultural significance of the moment. While Daniel Suarez was professionally handling Spanish-language media interviews, Chastain was sitting nearby looking visibly fatigued and completely out of his element. The contrast between Suarez's professional approach and Chastain's unprepared state was embarrassing and highlighted just how unprofessional Chastain's attitude has become. But Chastain's preparation disaster was just the beginning of his Mexico City nightmare. He then revealed that he's been physically struggling since arriving in Mexico City, admitting, "I don't feel very good, I'll be honest. I have a headache. I just had to run slower at a higher heart rate than normal. I feel tired. I haven't done a whole lot. I am ready for bed right now." This admission of physical weakness is absolutely devastating for a professional athlete who's supposed to be competing at the highest level of motorsports. Chastain's inability to handle the altitude and conditions in Mexico City shows that he's not properly conditioned or prepared for the challenges of international racing. The situation got even more embarrassing when Chastain started talking about fast food during the serious media session. When Suarez asked if he wanted a chamoy frosty, Chastain responded that he wanted a Baconator instead. This juvenile behavior during professional media obligations shows that Chastain isn't taking the historic nature of this event seriously. Chastain's disasters continued when it was revealed that Trackhouse Racing is operating with a skeleton crew in Mexico City. Due to flight delays and logistical problems, the team only has 3 to 4 crew members per car, creating a massive disadvantage for Chastain compared to better prepared teams. Stephen Doran, crew chief for Shane Van Gisbergen, confirmed that Trackhouse has a skeleton crew, which is putting tremendous pressure on Chastain to perform without proper support. This situation highlights the team's poor planning and preparation for such an important event. Adding insult to injury, 18-year-old Connor Zilisch had to step in as Chastain's spotter during practice because the team doesn't have enough personnel. While Zilisch has never spotted before, he was forced into this role because of Trackhouse's organizational failures. The fact that a teenage driver with zero spotting experience is guiding Chastain around the track shows just how desperate the situation has become. Chastain is supposed to be a veteran driver leading his team, but instead, he's relying on an 18-year-old to help him navigate the course. Chastain's performance in practice reflects these organizational disasters. Despite having 75 minutes of practice time, Chastain could only manage a P6 position, which is far below what should be expected from a race winner and supposed championship contender. What makes Chastain's struggles even more embarrassing is his recent comments about NASCAR's podium ceremony for Mexico City. While trying to sound supportive, Chastain actually revealed his history of disappointment and failure to win consistently. Chastain admitted, "I've always been a little disappointed that we don't celebrate second and third more because it means so much. When you do it repeatedly, it can feel like it's a letdown, but yes, we all want to win." This statement shows that Chastain has repeatedly finished second and third without being able to close the deal for victories. His comment about repeatedly finishing runner-up reveals a pattern of near misses that suggests Chastain lacks the killer instinct necessary to win consistently at the Cup Series level. Instead of celebrating podium finishes, Chastain should be focused on finding ways to turn those close calls into victories. Even more concerning was Chastain's dismissive attitude toward traditional NASCAR competitiveness. When asked about the old-school mentality that second is the first loser, Chastain responded, "Let's watch a better movie." This flippant response shows that Chastain has lost the competitive edge that separates champions from also-rans. Adding to Chastain's recent embarrassments was NASCAR legend Mark Martin's public reminder that Chastain isn't even original in his watermelon celebration. Martin posted a vintage photo from 1978 showing himself eating watermelon, tagging Chastain with the message, "Way before at Ross Chastain 1978. This public calling out from a NASCAR Hall of Famer shows that even Chastain's signature celebration isn't unique or innovative. Martin's post effectively reduced Chastain's trademark moment to a copycat celebration of something that was done decades before he was even born. The combination of physical exhaustion, zero preparation, organizational disasters, skeleton crew limitations, spotting inexperience, mediocre practice performance, admission of repeated failures, dismissive attitude toward competition, and public embarrassment from NASCAR legends paints a picture of a driver and team in complete crisis. Chastain's Mexico City disasters represent everything that's wrong with modern driver attitudes. Lack of preparation, unprofessional behavior, physical weakness, organizational failures, and dismissive attitudes toward traditional competitive values. Instead of embracing NASCAR's historic international moment, Chastain has turned it into a personal and professional disaster. What's most concerning is that these disasters are happening during NASCAR's most important international event in over 65 years. Chastain should have been prepared, professional, and physically ready to represent NASCAR on the global stage. Instead, he's become an embarrassment who's unprepared, exhausted, and relying on teenagers to help him compete. Ross Chastain's Mexico City nightmare shows that some drivers simply aren't ready for the big moments that define championships and legacies. Will Chastain recover from these disasters? Or will Mexico City be remembered as the weekend that exposed his limitations as a professional athlete? What do you think about Chastain's unprofessional approach to NASCAR's biggest international event? Is this acceptable behavior from a Cup Series driver? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you think Chastain needs to get serious about his preparation, and subscribe for more NASCAR analysis and driver accountability.